to present my experiment that is about language and gender, and specific is about the lexical choice. The norm that we broke, my participants, and especially me, broke, was that men usually uses different expressions than women when they are driving, because they are rude and women not. This is the norm. My question is about what are the reactions when I use the same language and expressions that men usually use when they are driving. For this reason, I do like interview and questions before the experiment to get information and do my experiment. I asked to my dad and two friends that what kind of expressions or words they use when they are driving. So they answered like, quítese papito, típico, tenía que ser mujer, este es mucho imbécil, si no se quita lo quito, ¿qué le pasa, hermano? Mire, todavía está muy buena, oiga bien, apure. Something like that. I never say this, but this is my experiment. And when I was driving, I used the same expressions that my dad and my friends use to observe the reaction from other drivers, like men and women. And this was the results. I classified the results in 4 reactions. The first, like the surprise that I was saying that. The second is the tell me, eso no es de mujeres. The third one is the answer in the same form, like insulting me or yelling me or these kinds of things. And the 4 is the ignore me. Green is women and brown is men. So the first reaction, the surprise, is higher in women than men. The second, that eso no es de mujeres, it was the same, but the difference was higher because women are surprised, like I was telling those expressions. And the third one, the reaction was higher in men, like quítese or something like that. And the fourth reaction is like ignore me, is something similar in the results. The interview after the experiment was to my mom, my dad, 2 friends, women and men. And the question was, what do you think about the idea that men are rude and women are delicate when they are driving? And the answers was like, my mom said, pienso que es una mentira. Por ejemplo, yo tengo una amiga que maneja como bucetera. I realized that it is the adjective of a man, but using in a woman. So, entonces no es verdad que todas son delicadas. Daniel answered that no es que seamos guachos, pero no podemos dejarnos de los demás. And Camila said like, no se puede generalizar, pero sí es verdad que las mujeres son más delicadas y educadas cuando manejan, en cambio los hombres son todos guachos. And my dad was neutral, like, pues la mayoría de hombres sí son mal educados a la hora de manejar, pero es porque no tuvieron una buena educación. Like, the background. So,
típica respuesta de papá.
Yes, exactly. And I conclude, like, many persons still think that women should be delicate when they're driving and men are rude. And when one breaks the norm, people react in different forms. I realized that was many reactions, but I classified 4 because it was so difficult to show all of them. And the lexical choice can produce or reproduce discrimination between gender or sex, depending on the norm that sweet Cruz.
This is the time.
What do you mean by discrimination?
In language and gender, the text of, I don't remember the,
Freeman.
yes, Brenda. It says like the word choice reproduce this separation from women or men. Like my mom says, bucetera. This reproduce the stereotype that a man drive rude, but women should drive delicate or be more, delicate, more rude. Other questions?
When you were screaming these things or whatever, you're being rude while driving, did you feel like you were breaking, like you were doing something embarrassing and...
Yes, when I was yelling these expressions, in some time I laugh and I can't say more things because I was, okay, I'm not going to do that because it's so embarrassing. But some men see like, what are she doing? It's so weird. Yes, because I say these expressions, but I only do them body language, like something like that. Be more specific in the expressions.
I have some questions.
Yes.
Aside from what Freeman says about this topic, well, I had two questions. Number one, when you were driving, how did you note in a conscious way the reactions? Do you know what I mean? Like, how did you physically collect that data? Like, to remember how everybody was reacting?
I forget saying that my sister was helping me
Okay.
in the next year. And she was...
Research assistant.
Yes. Yes, the advantage to have a sister.
Excellent, great idea, great idea. And my other question was regarding what intersections you see between your experiment and some of the things we've read in class.
Intersections?
Yeah, like the places of connection. Literally, intersection kind of goes along with your topic. A place where two streets connect is called an intersection, and a place where two topics connect is also called an intersection. So, what are the connections between your experiment and some of the things that we read in class about language and gender?
Maybe the lexical choice, because when I was driving, generally, I wasn't unconscious about about my expressions or my words, because I was so delicate and prudent to drive. And when my dad says something like that, I always say, "Don't do that," but he ignored me. I don't know. That's a really good question.
Okay, think about it. Alright, you can stop, Maria, Paula.